Hi everyone! Today you will learn what a business model is made up of, why companies need it, and how it is implemented. We will use Lego and Starbucks as case examples. But let's look at some theory first. You probably all have seen, or most of you, The Wolf of Wall Street. Shall we have a look?
What if I could teach them how to sell to people with money? Real money. So I decided to reinvent the company. What we're gonna do is this. First we pitch them Disney, AT&T, IBM, blue chip stocks exclusively. Companies these people know. Once we've suckered them in, we unload the dog shit.
Of course, this is a very specific and undetailed business model, geared on making a lot of money. However, it clearly illustrates the following. A business model describes a strategy of a company to create value for customers and capture value from them. This way, a business model closes the gaps between the current and the desired situation. A great tool to create and analyze a business model is the business model canvas. We will use this later on in our cases. Before we talk about the business model, let's discuss briefly what business is. Let's listen to DiCaprio.
Do me a favor, write your name down on a napkin for me.
I don't have a pen.
Exactly, supply and demand, my friend.
See what I'm saying? He's creating urgency. So you get them to want to buy the stock. Convince them it's something that they need.
Yes, this is an example of stock acquisition, but we can use it to explain important terminology. So, let me sell you this pen. Write down your name. You can't because you don't have a pen. So if I fulfill this need of yours, I create use value for you. If you can write down your name successfully, we created value, thus achieving value creation. Now you're satisfied, we proceed to value exchange in the form of money. If I can make profit, we call this value capture. Now I like to make pens and I want to make sure it stays fun and that I build and sustain a good image as pen selling Mickey. These desires from a company are called professional values. So I tell you, you can get this pen for free if you tell all your friends how awesome my pens are. This way I don't receive exchange value but only professional value. The three factors, use, exchange and professional value, need to be in balance to make a healthy and sustainable company. By making a business model, companies facilitate non-conflicting strategies for creation and capture of these different value dimensions. In the examples, we will highlight these values. So, to prevent disbalance between these dimensions, you need to make a business model as a company. Let's look at how Lego compensated this balance by changing their business model twice. Before 2000, Lego focused on making sets with their famous patented Lego blocks for boys. They specialized in the creation and spotting of toy trends. For example, Lego had licenses on making Star Wars toys and for other movie franchises. This resulted in big sales. But in 2000, Lego went almost bankrupt because their patent expired. And their customers' interest changed to digital toys like video games. Therefore, Lego's values had to change. To begin with, they changed their use value in two steps. First, they made Lego for a wider audience by adding sets for girls and technology-driven sets like Mindstorms. Secondly, they streamlined operations where they shut down unprofitable businesses. The streamlining of operations emphasized Lego's professional value. Because Lego didn't have the monopoly anymore, they had to strip down to their core competence, which is a professional value. Just bricks, nothing more. Doing this, Lego achieved supernatural growth up until 2017. In 2017, all of a sudden, Lego's market value started to drop rapidly again. During the fast growth these past 13 years, they created too many product lines, ran out of storage, and people bought less. This resulted in a stop of growth. The company got too complex according to their CEO and they decided to simplify again, which meant cutting a lot of product lines and jobs to go back to the core of their use value, standardized Lego sets. This way they restored their image and secured professional value. They also expanded to new markets like China and India. This all resulted in a slow but steady value capture, which is admired by many. So, Let's wrap up this case with some wise words from McConaughey.
Nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles. Least of all stockbrokers.
As Matthew says, the market is very unpredictable, and this also applies for Lego. We can learn from Lego that if you stay agile, you can adapt your business model to the changing surroundings. This way, Lego was able to grow slowly, but steadily. However, unlike Lego, you don't necessarily need to reinvent your business model from scratch. Starbucks shows us that you can also be a successful company by copying parts of a business model from another market. Let's take a look. Head of marketing of Starbucks wanted to introduce the Italian coffee experience to the working class of American culture and become the third place in between home and work. But how to create culture? For example, you can borrow parts of something which already strongly embedded in existing culture, fast food. So they implemented retail stores, a diverse co-created menu, used plastic cups, takeout service, and streamlined production to reshape Starbucks. This worked perfectly. However, society changed and people wanted to have everything on demand. They went to stores less. So Starbucks had to translate their professional value, the image of being a third place, to this changing environment. Again, they are borrowing part of another market to create a new business. Starbucks is now introducing Starbucks Pickup and Delivery, so you can enjoy their third place wherever you are. This is obviously borrowed from the newly emerged Uber Eats and Deliveroo business model. Starbucks is also expanding their use value all over the world into new cultures and embedding their use value in people's daily lives to create loyal customers. Let's listen to some final words of Leo to wrap up this case.
It goes beyond just spotting the hottest shoe trends. Steve's power is that he creates trends. You understand?
Starbucks not only copied some trends from the fast food industry, but they also created a brand new trend, just like Steve Madden in The Wolf of Wall Street. This way, Starbucks teaches us that it is sometimes less risky to copy a business model from another market, and it is helpful shaping customer behaviors and introducing new concepts to new cultures. The theory and these two cases shape our final take-home message. It is important to create a business model to keep use value, exchange value, and professional value in balance. This way you stay a healthy company in the long run.
If you don't, you will fall out of balance, split your differential, and tip the fuck over. Or worse yet, I've seen this happen, implode.
No, I don't want to implode, sir.
No, you don't.
I'm in it for the long run.
Be agile like Lego to maintain high value capture, and be inspired by business models from other markets to create new value, just like Starbucks. I want to thank you for your attention in this video, and I see you very soon.